Good
All
evening.
right, here we are. It is Hump Day, June what 19th? Is it June 19th already? Oh my goodness! How time flies, or what is it? As Kermit would say, "Time's fun when you're having flies." I don't know how that goes. All right. So, did everybody have a chance yesterday during the or today? I guess it was yesterday was a pretty packed evening. To kind of look at their profile and go over it and do some tweaks and look at what they were posting, and get a little bit further down the road, as far as your Facebook profile and the look and the post and all that. Yes? No?
Yep.
Jane? Ellen? Laura?
Yes,
Danny?
yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
We can hear everybody. All right. So we've got tonight is a night, Wednesday night's a good night for you to reach out to people during the day and send them to the webinar. Because every Wednesday night, Erin does a webinar and goes through that. And now we have the new page in our back office, in our Power Team back office. Excuse me. Been a long day here. That you can promote, right? And they've done a good job on that, because after the webinar, as soon as you can promote the same page, and at the time of 6 o'clock when they go live, then that page refreshes and turns into the live webinar. And from that point on until next Wednesday, it stays up and you can send people there. So you don't have to keep changing links around and so forth. You can always send them to that same link. We didn't talk about this before, and it's a little bit more advanced. But if you can go to places like bit.ly and shorten the link, sometimes that might be advantageous also. The other thing is that you can put your link up there, and I don't know if you guys know this, but once you have the link and it's generated the preview, you can then go back and delete the link. Okay, does everybody know that? Mm-hmm. So you can put the long link in there. You can put all your text in there in your description, then put your link in there, and then Facebook generates that picture from the link. And then you can go and delete that link and post it, and people can click on the picture and it'll take them to the link. You don't lose the link. But that way you don't have that long link inside of your description. And some people don't like that. And, that's one way to do it. Okay? So I wanted to keep tonight a little bit short because I know we've got a webinar tonight. So I'm going to open it up right off the bat for any questions that you might have. Anything that you found today that you were going through that you had a challenge with. Maybe you didn't understand something. Maybe you had somebody reach out to you and message you back with something you just didn't know how to respond to. Anything at all.
I'll go ahead and mention something. It was Heather Brock who asked the question about the bombs and then ordering a second item. Mm-hmm. And I had read through that motion, but when it came time to charge my card, I canceled and it was one of my team members who said he couldn't get it ordered. But it looks like Troy came on and said, you can't order bombs with another product. You have to do it twice. Get out and then go back in. Did we ever get a solution to that, Ron? And maybe you didn't see the chat.
No, I did.
Good.
And I went through, and one of the things is that the way they've got it organized right now too is that it becomes kind of like packages, right? You can do a one product for the price, $69.95, and they got all of the products that are. The bath bombs are only $49. Mm-hmm. So they're a different price. Now, I wish they would change it to, instead of what in the technical terms, those little buttons that you click are called radio buttons. Mm-hmm. And by definition of the web, a radio button means that you've got options and you have to select one option only. And when you select one, it deselects the one that you had selected before and then selects a new one. Whereas like the check marks, you can check off a number of different ones. And I've asked them that before, if they could maybe change that so that we could say, so somebody could go in and go, well, yeah, I want a director pack, but then I also want to order just one of these and one of these and one of these also along with it. So right now, it's not because of the bath box. It's just because it's a different category, it's a different price, so it has to be different than the builder pack, if you will. If you wanted to do the builder pack and dog treats, you couldn't do those either. Because as soon as you select the dog treats down at the bottom, it unselects the builder pack if you've selected one of the oils or something up there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's the technical behind it, and the dog treats don't come from different places either. So it's something that we've got to. I'm going to try and talk to the company tomorrow and see if I can figure out, what the resolution is for that. If someone the difference though with the dog treats is, I think with those you can order them within the builder pack or the director pack and things like that, where because the bath bombs are a totally different product, a different price, and I'm gonna hold on just here a second. Okay, so what I'm talking about here is, you'll notice that when you go down here to order, these are buy one product, $69, and this little button over here is called the radio button. But everything that's $69 comes in here. And I don't know if you guys know this or not. You don't have to click this list. You can just click on the product. Just as kind of a shortcut. Because if you're down here and you go, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I want, this one here, you don't have to jump all the way back up here. If I just click on the CBD mocha creamer, you notice when now that I clicked on it, it's selected up here. So you can, if I click on any of these, it changes this. I don't have to go here and pick them, okay? Just a tip. All right. So let's say I chose the 500 cinnamon. And now I go down here. Well, and here's, just say, okay, now I want to do 2 more. So I click on 2 more. You'll notice when I go up here, this is not selected anymore. You can only select one of these. If I go here, now this one's not selected. So when you go down here to the bottom where they've got buy the entry pet product, it's $39, right? So it can't be in the $69 group. If I wanted to buy one of these 2 and I click here, it selects this, but then when I go back up here, it's not selected anymore. Same thing. So it's not unique to the bath box. It's just the way this is physically coded and the way it works. So you would have to, and I'm like you, Alan, I haven't gone all the way through again. I keep forgetting to do it the next time I order, to see if there's a button there that says, okay, or add something more to your order. But I don't think there is. So it's something that they've got to look at, because we do get people saying, oh, okay, now, because I'm paying taxes twice and shipping twice, right? If I have to make 2 separate orders.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody? And yeah, I know I did see that question. All right. Anybody else got a question?
Can I just say it's also the perfect time to upsell them and tell them that they could buy the 4 products and get that $77 discount?
It is. And Danny, that's a great, and I do that a lot with people when they say, well, I just want to order 3. And I say, great, order 3. Just do the director pack and get a 4th one for free.
But if it's the bath bombs, they can't.
They still can't do the bath bombs, though. That's the unfortunate part. Okay. Anybody else got a question or a comment?
I have to,
Go ahead.
it's been really hard to keep up with, who our friends are now, because I've been friending people, and I had a lady today comment on one of my posts about watching that movie Weed the People. And,
Oh, yeah.
And so she commented, yeah, you have to watch out for people. There's a lot of bad people out there selling stuff. And then she posted her link, advertising her friend's business. And that was because I was on my personal page and I just friended her and she didn't realize what I was doing yet. And so I had a long conversation with her privately, and it turned out she was an old family friend and I know her, but it's getting hard to keep track of everybody.
That's kind of the logistics involved with it sometimes, is that, when you're in what I do during the day is I'll make my posts or do my live during the day, and then around lunchtime, I take a break around that time anyways, just to get some food and maybe hang out with the grandkids for a little bit during that time. And then I come back and I'll go through my profile and I'll go through all of my new posts and go through some of the old ones and look for new comments and, reply to some of them or message people. So I take that time each day to do that. And unfortunately, when you start getting a lot more, because a lot of the posts I put up, I get over 100 comments on them. And that takes some time to go through. And a lot of times and here's the other clue too, is don't do something different than like. Don't do the like button, do a heart, do a funny face, do a cry or something like that. Because Facebook is not a big fan of the thumbs up like. They would rather see you do hearts and the emotions on those. And it makes more sense. Just, I just always heart everything unless it's something funny and things like that. To go with what you had said, Danny, earlier about, and this, it sounds like you talked to this person and they're a childhood friend or a longtime friend or something, but if, I get asked this a lot too. What do you do if someone, you've got a post out there and somebody starts either a bad comment or puts their link on your post? Okay. Has anybody ever had that happen where they've put the link to their business on your post? Okay. That's what we call spamming. That is spamming. It's like you're breaking into someone's house and, putting your products all over their house or something. I don't know why people think that's okay. It's just not. It's not okay. And for me, I will reach out to that person that does that. I don't get it very often anymore at all, but I used to when I first started, because I had so many people that were out there trying to do the same thing, and they'd say, "Oh yeah, man, we love what you're doing. You guys should try my product." And my post would not even be about the product. My post would be, hey, something, maybe just asking a question, are you suffering from this or that, kind of a thing. Or if I was in travel, have you ever thought about, taking a paid vacation or something? And then somebody would put, yeah, that's great. Check this link out. And they'd put their affiliate link as a comment on my post. So what I typically would do is I would reach out to them in a private message and say, hey, just wanted to let you know that that's really, really bad etiquette, and that's what we call spamming. And I'm deleting your comment. I'm hoping that you understand this and we won't have to address it again. But if we do, then I'll have to, unfriend you and block you. I try to give people, a little bit of education so they understand that that's not good etiquette. It's just being rude. But, and it's like, I forget who it was. I think Christopher Livingston had somebody on one of his posts go off on network marketing and start, telling them that they're all a bunch of crooks and scammers and all of this stuff. And what happened was people started commenting on that comment to try to convince this person that network marketing is a good thing. Well, you know who wins that battle? Him. Because what he's trying to do is get attention drawn to him. And then what do people do? They go out and say, well, who is this guy? And they go look at his profile. And he's got something else he's selling on his profile. And sure enough, he was. And Christopher reached out to me and I said, this is when we have what we call block parties. This guy is definitely a bad egg. And it was like, well, we think we can convince him. Look at everybody's, it's like, no, you're not going to convince them. And what's happening is all of your people now are being sucked into this. And then he gets an audience that he could even convince some of your people that network marketing is bad and put doubt in your people's minds and all kinds of things. So if you get people like that are negative on your post, immediately, if not sooner, delete the comment. If you want to go out and block them first, however you want to do it, but if it's just a nasty, rude comment, for those people, I don't even reach out and have a conversation with them. I unfriend them, I block them, and I delete the comment immediately. It's an extremely bad seed that will hurt your business, your profile, and everything else. So don't even think twice about it. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Questions, comments, concern?
Hey,
Jason, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
The when you said that you'd bought sample packs, I'm just trying to keep on topic with what you guys were talking about earlier. The math just doesn't keep up with the like associate packs. I mean, to build your personal volume.
As far as,
I mean, it costs quite a bit to buy those for personal volume, does it not? Like, versus,
yeah, I would never buy sample packs for the purpose of building up your personal volume. Okay.
I just wanted to clarify that and make sure I wasn't missing something there.
Oh yeah, because you're spending $12 for 3 BV. Yeah, I don't know. You've got to get at least 40 or 90. Yeah, that's not cost effective.
And sorry.
But that's okay. What I suggest buying the sample packs is what I did was I bought like 10 at one time. And that's it for a while. And then I keep those. I don't go out that often around where I'm just driving around during the day because I'm retired. I don't work outside of the house anymore. And so I may not be out as much as some people. But if you're out and running around all the time, I'd put someplace cool. Don't let them, get in the summertime. Don't let them get all heated up and melt and everything. But put them someplace in your car. And when you're out driving around, if you're talking to somebody, say, oh, yeah, hold on a second. And let me use them for that. Personal volume, just buy the product. Don't buy the samples. Oops, you muted.
For other people,
I'm sorry, say that again. Jason, you're muted.
volume is on.
Oh, something's going on here. It's like a video game.
I'm
right.
sorry. I got kids
okay.
and food and everything.
Now, go ahead. As soon as the call started to come in, you got muted. So.
Yeah, sorry. And I've got kids screaming too. At some point during the month, our personal volume is going to be, not show up any longer, right? So.
No, your
right now,
personal volume on your dashboard will always be there for that month. It'll reset at the end of the month for the next month.
Okay. I was thinking that where you were showing us what ours is, I was thinking mine doesn't show any number right now.
Yours doesn't show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an executive presently.
Oops, I'm trying to.
That's because you haven't ordered for the month, Jason.
Okay.
Have you ordered for this calendar month?
I have not.
Okay. So again, if I go back. Okay. So once you order for the month, this is your personal volume. So once you order for the month, your whatever you've ordered for that month it'll show up here. This will show the rank that you were the following month, the preceding month.
Okay.
So if you were an executive last month, this should show executive. Active means you're active unless you've gone a couple of months without ordering, and then there'll be an X there. Binary qualified. You can watch videos on binary qualification. Don't get. I mean, some people will go like, okay, yay, I got binary qualified. You know, I'm usually binary qualified the first day of the month. Whoop-de-doo. That doesn't. You know, that's not a. It's different. I'm also 5K affiliate by the first day of the month.
Mm-hmm.
That's important to me because I'm trying to get to the next rank, right? Being binary qualified doesn't matter. If I'm binary qualified on day 29, that's perfectly fine with me. Either way, because all you got to do is be binary qualified before the end of the month. So a lot of people get concerned. Oh, I'm not binary qualified yet. What do I do? What do I do? It's like, okay, don't worry about it. Let's find out why you're not binary qualified so we can make sure that it's not something that's happening consistently every month. But don't worry about the time frame. That, you know, if you get binary qualified, it takes the stress off of your back at the beginning of the month. That's fine. But the things that I get worried about with people is if they wait too long to get a number up here, either 40 or 90, right? If you're an executive, this needs to be 90 or more.
Technically, though, I'm okay until the end of the month.
Technically, you're okay till the end of the calendar month. Absolutely.
And then you would.
It doesn't go on a 30-day scale or a 30-day slide. It's not like, okay, I ordered on the 15th of last month, so I got to order by the 15th of this month. It's every calendar month. Everything's based on.
Encouraging us to make the purchase, but it doesn't actually flip till the 1st.
It does not. Yeah.
Okay.
The reason I say that, Jason, I'd like to see people make it in the beginning of the month is a couple of reasons. One is they get it done, because I've seen a lot of people reach out to me on the 1st of the next month and say, hey, you know, it says I'm not qualified. What do I do? Do I have to start all over again? And I have to tell them, yeah, you kind of lost all your volume because, well, I was going to order at the end of the month, but then something came up and I forgot, you know. It's like, well, see, if you'd have forgotten it was the 15th, you'd have had the 16th through the 30th, right? So I can't tell you how many people have been in that situation, right? It's not a good situation to be with, because you've gotten all this volume, and if you wait too many months and you go inactive, now you lose all your team. So you've got to be real careful about it. The other thing is that it helps your upline too. If your upline is going for a promotion, it's a lot easier if they know what's going on at the beginning of the month and they're not stressing out at the end of the month. But again, you know, I understand everybody's finances. People get paid on the 15th and the 30th and things like that. And, you know, they've got to stretch that all out. So hope that answers your question. Anybody else?
Thank you.
How's it going? How are we doing? Is everybody feeling like, hey, they're getting some, oh, Bobby, you got your hand up. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
I can.
My webinar on my webcam is like so crazy. Yesterday it was working. Today it's not working again. So my question is now, Aaron, and I believe you've mentioned this also, said that you can get to 1K with 2 execs and 2 directors. What about if you just have 3? I have 2 directors and 1 exec. I'm wondering if, because the 2 directors are thinking about going to exec, what would that take me to?
Well, first off, are we talking about HempWorks or sprays?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, because it doesn't matter what the director side of it. All the director packages, whether they're the HempWorks products or the MDC or the sprays, are 100 BV. But on the executive, it's a difference between 200 and 400 BV. So it's quite a big difference. So when Aaron is talking about, you can get to, if you in a month, if you sell 3 HempWorks executive packages, that's 1200 BV. You're at 1K. right? 3 times 400.
Right.
Okay. So if you've got, let's say like you said, you've got one HempWorks executive at 400 and 2 directors, that's 600. So you need another 400. If another HempWorks executive came in, that would be your 400. Or if those 2 people, and you got to be careful too, because if they upgrade to executive, they really only need to add another 100 in there. So that would be 200. So you'd be at 800 then.
Right. Okay.
Right. So
Okay. So
I know we try to, when and Aaron does this a lot too. And, when we're trying to, I could tell the people that have been on Robert's trainings, they use Craig's raise the hand thing. And I'm not used to seeing also these little blue hands come up. So, you want to kind of make it easy for people and say, oh yeah, if you get 3 executive packs in a month, you're at 1K, and that's true. But then people are sitting back, kind of like what you brought up, saying, okay, well, what if I get 1 director and 1 this and 1 that? The bottom line is you're just adding up numbers. So if you're at 500, you need 500 more, however you want to get that. Now, obviously the easiest ways is to just do all, HempWorks executive packets, right? Because you just need 3 of them, but it just doesn't always work that way a lot of the time. You get people, they come in. What if everybody you get 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, and they all come in at builders, right? Then you still have to make it up. The key is you've got to get 1,000, and you want to become good at 2 things when it comes to those packages. One is coming at it from the heart when you're talking to somebody, letting them know that the place they come in at is their decision, right? You want them to feel like you're not trying to win a contest with their order. Now, you want them to come in where they fit in. But I always let them know that I would feel remiss if I don't tell you the benefits and what you'll be missing out if you don't come in at the higher levels, just so you know. And you'd be amazed if you are always continuously presenting to them and communicating to them that, we want you to get in where you fit in. We want you to get in where you feel comfortable. We don't want you to have to mortgage your home or anything, because that's not duplicatable and you're going to be stressed out, and stressed out people very seldom do anything. But I do want you to have all the facts when you make your decision, because you may be amazed at someone that says, well, I just want to try it out. Let me just start with 40 BV. And then you tell them, well, yeah, and that's great. Let me just explain to you that if you were to come in as an executive, if you could afford it, you're going to, add hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to your commission checks. And I've had people go, oh, well, how much is it? It's $5.99, plus shipping and handling. Oh, that's nothing. I can do that. And then they come in as an executive. And then I have other people saying, well, is there a package kind of in between? That's why the most popular package, and Josh said this the other day, is the director pack. And the reason a director pack is a really easy one to sell, in my opinion, is because first off, you get 4 products for the price of 3, right? So now, now you're giving them some great value, and it's $200. Most people, a lot of people can afford $200. So, it's a palatable number, and they're getting 1 product for free in the mix also. So I can see why that's probably, it is the most popular, package to come in with. And if you know that up front, that's the one, then in your head, you're going, okay, that's 100 BV. I need 10 of those in a month, either myself or my team. Within my team, I need 10 director packs. That, and I can do it all myself, or I can leverage and help my team to do the same thing. So that kind of answer your question, Bobby?
Oops. Yes, it does. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Sherry, I see your hand is up.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so I have a relative that come in as an affiliate, and I told her she needed to order last month, but she didn't. So
Okay.
what does that leave her? How long can she go without doing a monthly order before she?
Well, I would talk to her this month and make sure she orders at least one product.
At least one?
Yeah, just order, a builder pack for an oil or something. That's 40 PV.
Okay.
When she came in initially, what did she come in as?
I think it might have been as a builder.
Builder, yeah. Most likely, people that come in as builders, if they forget, that they're not going to lose, unless she came in as a builder and then recruited 7 people. She's not. She lost some volume by not ordering last month, but most likely it wasn't anything of any big amount.
She just she's like, well, nobody's buying it, and she's like giving up on me. And it's like, well, don't give up. It's like you take it yourself, so at least buy the one bottle a month to keep going.
Yeah.
Right? Does that not make sense?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you like the product, use it, buy it. It's the best service. Yeah, I mean, and that's why.
I'm convinced her of it though.
It's. I love it when people say, "Well, and nobody's buying it," And my next question is, "Oh yeah, no, I understand." Just curious, how many of the people that aren't buying it? How many is that? Just ballpark. You're talking like 50 or 60 people you talked to that told you they wouldn't want to buy it. No, like I talked to my sister and she didn't want to buy it. Or you talked to one person and they didn't want to buy it. That's nobody's buying it. Huh? Wow, I wonder if Walmart does that.
Right.
And I don't mean to be sarcastic with them, but it's like, when people tell me, well, I've talked to all these people and nobody's buying it. Well, out of curiosity, how many people are we talking about? Did you talk to 30, 40, 100 people and nobody's buying it? Well, no, I talked to about 4 or 5 and none of them wanted to have anything to do with it. And in fairness to people, okay, the good news about network marketing is, and you need to kind of understand this, is that, and this is what the financial gurus and masters of our time will tell you, is the huge benefit. There's 3 big benefits in network marketing. First is leverage. Any financial person will tell you that they are looking for leverage. They want to leverage other people's time, leverage other people's money, leverage other people's intelligence, their skill sets. They want to be able to leverage because they understand that being able to leverage those things allows them to get a lot more work done and so forth. Leverage, especially, you think about leveraging other people's time. The second thing is residual income. Every financial person in the world is dying to be in a position where they can do something today and get paid for it over the next 20 years and have that go to the beach money. And the third thing about network marketing that's different than most opportunities out there is it has a very low entry cost, meaning that instead of somebody paying $100,000 or $1 million to get a McDonald's started, they can pay $600 and have a much better potential in making money than they would at a McDonald's. Now, the bad news in network marketing is that the average person can get into it. That's the good news, and that's the bad news, right? Because what happens when someone that has been brought up all their life in the 9-to-5, work strategy and mentality gets involved with something that requires them to be self-sufficient and work outside of being told what to do, right? It's hard. It's hard to change and to shift. We're used to going to work. I mean, I was big time corporate America. I was used to going into work and knowing, because everything was set out, I didn't have to, I did what I was supposed to do. Everybody else had their jobs and everything was laid out for me. When I decided to become an entrepreneur, all of a sudden, all of the jobs were mine. I had to do everything, and all of the normal things in a income producing activity changed. It wasn't just go punch the clock, do my job, come home, and it was done. I have to learn a lot of new skills and a lot of new mindset. So Sherry, you are not done with having people tell you those stories. It's going to be, and with those kind of people, they really are more customers than they are paid affiliates. But as long as they understand that, hey, don't build right now. Just take the product. If it's doing what it's supposed to and you're getting good results from it, just take the product each month. Just buy one product each month, use it. And as you go about your day, if people are asking why you're feeling good, tell them and just see what happens. Don't tell them with the intent that you're going to sell anything or with any results expectations. Just talk to people and tell your story. You'd be surprised how many people turn around after they take the pressure off of, I've got to get someone to buy my product. And they just start sharing the story and talking to people, right? Because when you got that pressure on you, all of a sudden now you come off as looking like they're your next dinner. And you're talking to somebody, you're talking to somebody and they're looking at you and going, yeah, all you want to do is sell me something so you can, buy that next boat or buy that next, meal or whatever, right? So take all that away from them. Get that off the table for them and just make them comfortable at where they're at. Even if they decided to pay the $20, that's a good thing. Then if things turn around, they don't have to worry about it. They're already a rep. But just let them know that, hey, if you like the product, just buy the product. Just be a customer. Don't worry about it. And as you go about your day, if you happen to talk to somebody and they decide they want to try it too, then you've got a link that you can give to them and it'll be okay. But don't worry about it. Just use the product. Does that help you answer your question, Sherry?
Yes.
Good. All right. Anybody else? Okay, but with a raise of hands, how many of you are at 1K right now? Anybody? Okay. How many are at 900? 800? Hey, Ellen, congrats. 500? 400? 300? Okay, I'm not going to go any lower. All right. Okay, Heather, almost 800. Awesome. You've got plenty of time to get to 1,000. Plenty of time. Okay. If you, here's the thing that I would change things up a little bit. If you're going for paid affiliates, switch to get some customers. If you've been going for customers, look for some people that are looking for an opportunity to make a little bit of extra money. Try that for the next couple of days. Switch up whatever you're doing. Okay, if you're trying to do both, concentrate on just one. I'm going to get a handful of customers over the next couple of days. Now, customers, I'm going to tell you, are harder. Customers are great, but customers don't usually buy like executive packs and things like that. The people that want to build a business do that. Okay. Our young puppy today is, every once in a while he goes through a Tasmanian devil phase, and he's out there right now. You can hear him barking. And his big brother has had it, and his big brother has been chasing him and barking and biting him and kicking him out of the house. We leave the sliding glass door open so they can run outside. So if you hear what sounds like a battle going on, they don't hurt each other, but they're big dogs, so it sounds vicious. All right, any other questions? Elvia. Oh, you're still muted. There you go.
I have to walk into another office so nobody hears me. I had the strangest thing happen today. You know, I've been reaching out to my entrepreneurial spirited friends, and I didn't know how to take it. He approached after I am, you know, are you open to looking at this new product and what, you know, CBD company, da da da. He said, funny that you asked that. I started my own CBD company. And I'm like, your own CBD company? And started to tell me how he did it. Da, 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 da. I didn't know you could do that just on the fly, start your own CBD company. And of course, my head is spinning like crazy because this is my plan. I don't even know if this is legal, if I can even do this. But with the CBD that I have, you know, I have my Instagram. It's called Madre Tierra, which is Mother Earth. And, you know, it's bilingual. I go back and forth. But I'm going to be cooking with the CBD oil that I'm using. Like I'm going to make hemp seed tamales, all things hemp, you know, hemp seed tamales and tortillas, and I'm going to add all of that, the oil and everything, kind of figure it all out in my smoothies, my Hispanic smoothies that I rested. And so that's how I want to draw in people. I was thrown away because I really want, my passion and my desire is for the Hispanic community to have CBD oil products already in the items that they eat on a daily basis. And I have so much family that are diabetics and they have all these blood pressure medications. And I really feel like that's like my niche or my area. I mean, I literally my hair went spinning, you know, why do hemp works? And why I go, well, you know, I love the product and I want to use hemp works in my Hispanic, I don't know, my daily cooking or whatever that I'm doing. But it really had, no, maybe I should start my own CBD oil and did it. And I'm like, oh my God, I just need to stick. And then I jumped on here and I need to just stay focused. Is anybody using the CBD oil for food? Okay,
yeah.
bye.
Did you see Vince Ortega's wife do the video?
No.
Oh, man, you should watch that. She does. She did a video yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. And she made brownies with the hempwork CBD oil and everything. Went through the whole process of, you know, how to mix it all together and how to cook it, what temperatures, and made some amazing looking dark chocolate brownies and all the help, you know. And she's got a whole YouTube channel where she's, you know, actually cooking on the live, you know, and using CBD oil to do it. And
right. And
so, yeah, I mean, I know a lot of,
I don't even know if I can sell my tamales or.
Well, I don't know that she's selling anything other than she's using that as an avenue to build their CBD business. Now they went to 25K the first, you know, 30 days in the business, first couple of weeks, in fact.
Yeah, but people like that, Ron, they have an audience.
They do. They have an audience.
They do. And it's awesome. And I root them on. But average people like me who, you know, went through the educational system and got their degrees or what have you and do the 9 to 5, it's really for me a mindset thing that I can actually do this. And I just want to bring people into my world. And I want to use this CBD oil with Hispanic food and, you know, anyways, I have to stay focused today.
I would still consider that is an avenue where you could make a name, a brand for yourself, just doing lives, cooking, you know, in the evening or something, doing a live maybe once a week, showing someone how to cook, you know, using
tortillas is the main thing. I mean, I already make homemade tortillas. I don't buy them at the store because they're nasty to me, you know, so I just buy the best. I make them, yeah. And it's just a small batch.
I'll be honest with you, I would love to watch something like that. Because I'm German, so I'm not, I don't, you know, I guess I could make CBD sauerkraut, but we do eat a lot of, you know, Mexican food, and one of the things that has always bothered me is going to the store and buying their tortillas and all that stuff, and I see so many people making them. Well, if I had a YouTube channel where somebody would do that, you'd be surprised how much engagement and stuff you would get. And when she was doing hers, and yes, I agree. What Elvia said is absolutely true. Vince Ortega, I've known Vincent for a long time. He's got a huge network and everything else. He is not any more than Aaron Parker, myself to a certain extent. A lot of people that have networks out there, you start a business and you've already got an audience, you know. But we didn't always. And when we started out, we were in the same position as most everybody else, and we had to develop that. So having a uniqueness to what you do is huge. It's huge. And it may not, and here's what I would caution you with, the gentleman that started his own CBD company. It's very, very hard because CBD businesses are under such
regulation.
Well, actually there's no regulation, so they're under such scrutiny. You know, California is doing exposés on all these companies because half of the CBD oil out there doesn't really even have CBD oil in it. Some of it's got health risks. I mean, things that could kill your children and everything else in them. So, and there's just more and more of this junk. I mean, I don't know if you saw the article, the people in Utah that took it and died from it and all this other stuff. So,
oh God.
The fact that we have something that's certified and, you know, documented and everything that's pure and so forth is a big plus right now because it's like the Wild West out there as far as CBD oil goes. So starting your own CBD business, he's going to have a hard time because people are going to go, well, wow, you know, why should I? Or it's going to cost him an arm and a leg to get all the certifications everybody else does. So a better avenue to go is to become that food channel network that shows people how to use the best of the best CBD oil to create the products, the food that you want. And that's unique. I don't see anybody else doing that now, except for now I saw Vince Ortega's wife doing it. And they just had their phone on a tripod in the kitchen, and she was going in and just doing just like Food Network. She was just going through and saying, okay, you add this much oil here. You've got to add a little bit more here because it cooks out. And I mean, she was going through explaining it all, and she made it. And she said, next time we're going to make this or whatever. And they're Hispanic too, so I'm sure they'll do some, Hispanic foods and so forth. But I think that's a good avenue for you to get a brand out there that might help. Just a suggestion. All right. Anybody else? Going once. Going twice. What was that? Sold to America or something? I don't know. I date myself. All right. If you don't have any more questions, here's what I want you to do. I want you to over the next day or so, start looking at who your prospects are, and just if you've been targeting customers, start targeting business builders. If you've been targeting business builders, target some customers. Just switch it up a bit. Change things up. I'm not talking about finding new ways to reinvent the wheel, but maybe go at it with a different audience. Maybe go for the customer versus the opportunity versus the customers. I'm going through some training right now, and it's not really training as much as it's mindset and some other things, but they're giving me some great ideas about marketing or connecting and stuff on Facebook. And I'm hoping to get that to you either tonight or tomorrow night or Friday night. It's some really, really cool stuff. Okay. So you're not going to want to either miss the live or the replay tomorrow and Friday. All right, everybody. We can do this. We can do this. 1K, we can do this. God bless.
Thanks so much.
Night, everybody.
Thanks, Ron. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.